Hello everyone, and welcome back to Turkish series stars. Settle in, because today's scoop is the kind you'll want to replay twice. If you glanced at the title, you already know what we're diving into, the agenda that might redefine 2025 for two magnetic names, Baris and Yagmar. The whispers have been getting louder, and the dots are finally connecting into a picture that's too intriguing to ignore. If you live for that sweet spot where showbiz ambition and real emotion collide, this is your video. Stay until the very last second, every clue matters, and trust me, there's a lot to unpack. Before we unleash the fireworks, a tiny favor: if you're new here, hit subscribe to Turkish series stars and ring that bell. It's free, it keeps you in the loop, and it tells the algorithm you love your gossip served hot, fresh, and with a touch of heart. We're here daily with exclusives, behind-the-scenes talk, and stories you can't find anywhere else. Now, on to the pair who seem to command attention even when they're silent, Baris and Yagmar. Remember the electricity when they shared the frame at press junkets, award nights, and those fleeting collaborative moments that had fans creating edits for weeks? That glance that felt half script, half secret? Time has marched on, but the pull between their names hasn't faded. If anything, it's taken on a daring new shape. 2025 is lining up like a chessboard, and these two are stepping onto it with pieces we've never seen them move before. Let's start with Yagmar. Her aura is a cocktail of grace, poise, and a laser-focused work ethic. She hasn't merely maintained relevance, she's curated it. Her posts, clean, polished, but never sterile, keep audiences leaning closer. Through the quiet of recent weeks, a pattern has emerged: selective meetings, a hush-hush travel itinerary, and a stylist pulling looks that whisper global campaign. Industry talk points to an international project already in development, not just a cameo, but a role with teeth, depth, and a world-class ensemble that would expand her reach far beyond Turkey's borders. What are insiders hinting at? A high-profile production that aims to peel back new layers of her artistry. The format remains under wraps, but informed speculation points toward a prestige series for a global streamer or a film tied to a major studio. Imagine Yagmar doing dialogue in more than one language, thriving in a story that demands vulnerability and command in equal measure. Imagine her on the biggest red carpets, navigating interviews in Los Angeles one week and photo calls in Europe the next. Visualize a slate of luxury endorsements harmonizing with that momentum, not just as a face, but as a partner shaping campaigns, maybe even sketching the blueprint for a capsule collection bearing her signature. If you're wondering whether this jump is a stretch, consider her trajectory: deliberate choices, growth with every role, and a brand that resonates with elegance rather than noise. The global stage has been flirting with her for a while. 2025 might be the year she finally says yes, and not shyly. Switching gears to Baris. He's the smile in the crowd, the voice that turns measured when the conversation turns to craft. Fans fell for his charm, but colleagues talk about discipline and curiosity. He hasn't gone quiet, he's gone inward, searching for stories that hit harder and stay longer. The buzz around him points to an independent feature that isn't designed to play it safe. We're talking about a character whose choices force the audience to squirm, a plot that refuses easy answers, and a director known for artful risks and brave edits. This project could be a pivot for Baris, a route from the roles that first made him familiar to the ones that earn him festival respect. Think layered emotions, ethical gray zones, and scenes that breathe in silence. Add to that another rumor: his curiosity about stepping behind the camera. Those who know him say he's been absorbing everything: lenses, blocking, rhythm, and that he's been drafting ideas that matter to him. 2025 might see him co-writing something intimate, or shadowing a director, or even helming a short to test his voice. Imagine him shaping the arc instead of only playing it. Now for the twist that has everyone catching their breath: the credible, not-so-quiet possibility that Baris and Yagmar will share a project in 2025. Not nostalgia for its own sake, a real, strategic collaboration. This isn't a rumor born from wishful fan edits. It's sourced from people who prefer anonymity but have been reliable before. The language is cautious but consistent, exploratory talks, schedules compared, creative decks circulating, and more than one meeting that stretched longer than planned. Why does this possibility feel seismic? Because when they're placed side by side, something specific happens. Their interactions land as unforced, their beats together carry an ease most duos chase for months. Even when they're separated by a stage or a lens, a parallel is their different energies, complementary pulls. Life has taken them on their own paths, but art loves a reunion when timing is ripe. 2025 could be that door quietly swinging open. What form might this take? The contenders are varied. An adaptation of a beloved novel that already has an audience hungry for a faithful but elevated screen version. An original script with sharp dialogue and the kind of stakes that make viewers yell at their screens. A high-concept drama threaded with romance, or a clever dramedy that lets them breathe between tension and charm, or even a psychological thriller, the type that tests trust and erodes certainty scene by scene. A direct continuation of past work seems less likely, the momentum leans toward something new, a canvas untouched. Here's what feels solid: both sides, cautiously, are open. The phones aren't going unanswered. They've been seen at the same events more than once lately, the distance between them measured in centimeters instead of meters. Smiles exchanged, a few words that say nothing and everything, a shared table at a private dinner after a premiere, the kind of social choreography that suggests comfort and curiosity coexisting. It's not about recreating a moment, it's about meeting again as evolved artists and seeing what lights up. While the theoretical collaboration keeps headlines hungry, neither of them is waiting around. Yagmar's calendar hints at a streaming project with global reach. Platforms like Netflix or Amazon Prime have been floated, and it makes sense. Her presence photographs beautifully, her performances land cleanly, her ability to hold attention without shouting is rare. It's easy to envision her carrying a prestige limited series, or lending a specific elegance to a feature built for international audiences. Add to that the quiet negotiations with fashion and beauty houses that have watched her consistency and want in on the story. Meanwhile, Baris has drifted toward narratives that ask bigger questions. Small crews, intense weeks, scripts that spend as much time in subtext as in dialogue. He's been spotted at screenings for social issue shorts, chatting with filmmakers whose budgets are tiny but whose courage is gigantic. That's a classroom, and he's a willing student. This is how craft expands, choices that don't yield immediate applause but build muscle no one can take away. And yet, even with separate ambitions burning bright, the million-dollar thread is the possibility of them saying yes to the same set. Fate, timing, call it what you like, 2025 is shaping up as a test of alignment. If the pages are right and the calendar gods cooperate, a joint project would be a strategic earthquake. For Yagmar, it would mean holding Turkey close while extending her global reach. For Baris, it would signal a return to a big stage spotlight, equipped with the weight and nuance he's been collecting. Imagine the rollout. A first-look image that trends within minutes. Comment sections melting down in multiple languages. A teaser scored with strings and glances that say more than dialogue. Fan accounts running frame-by-frame analysis. Media outlets lining up for quotes. And the work itself anchoring all that noise, because the script deserves it and the performances earn it. This isn't about the past, it's about what two distinct careers can become when they intersect with purpose. We pushed for names, director, writer, co-stars, but the camps are careful. That, in a way, is its own confirmation. When the people involved stop denying and start smiling, when calendars get guarded and meetings move off-site, it means the stakes are real. So we wait, eyes on the quiet signals, a similar location tagged hours apart, a stylist posting a rack that suits both aesthetics, a producer liking a fan theory and never unliking it. What would we want from a Baris and Yagmar reunion? A plot that respects intelligence, chemistry that simmers rather than shouts, arcs that let them surprise us. Picture a romantic drama with teeth, where tenderness is earned. Or a smart comedy where timing becomes a love language. Maybe a thriller where trust fractures and rebuilds. The genres are open, what matters is the intention behind the choice, and from all we've heard, intention is the guiding star. Let's recap the horizon, because it's crowded in the best way. Yagmar is on the brink of an international leap, with a premium streamer or studio project poised to showcase new dimensions. Alongside that, fashion partnerships that go beyond a pretty picture, collaborations that let her shape the narrative of a brand. On the other side, Baris is eyeing complex material with festival potential and nurturing a curiosity for directing and writing that could surface as a short or a quiet, potent feature. Both are solid on their own, and both have begun orbiting the same idea, that sharing a set again in 2025 could be more than nostalgia, it could be strategy. So where does that leave us? Watching closely, reading quietly, and preparing for a year that could become a landmark in both of their resumes. The anticipation is not just fandom, it's the industry's pulse quickening. Their names together have always stirred conversation. This time, the conversation feels like a prelude. That's everything we've been able to verify, infer, and responsibly share for now. As ever, Turkish series stars will keep you posted the minute something shifts from maybe to yes. We live for that moment when whispers turn into a press release, when a rumor picks up a time and a place. And we'll be here, breaking it down with you, scene by scene, beat by beat. Tell us what your heart wants to see. Do you imagine Baris Baktas and Yagmar Yüksel anchoring a slow-burn romance, or outwitting each other in a whip-smart dramedy, or spiraling through a thriller that leaves you breathless? Drop your dream casting for the director, too. Who do you think could harness their energy and still push them further? Your theories are our favorite reading material. If today's deep dive hit the spot, tap like, share this with your fellow fans, and if you haven't yet, subscribe to Turkish series stars and turn on notifications. Big things are brewing, and we want you front row for every reveal. Thank you for watching, for caring, and for keeping the conversation alive. 2025 is almost here, and something tells us it's going to be unforgettable, separately, and maybe, just maybe, together.